Looking good. No dropped frames. I think we're good. Hello. Okay, so I just had an idea. Actually, I tweeted out earlier. So I was so I've been dealing with some Docker stuff at work today, and so when I went home, I started reading Docker's documentation, and then I noticed this little um, thing called an entry point, right? Entry point. Yeah, so essentially, when you write a Docker file, you can specify an entry point, and then when you run the Docker container, the entry point basically will be the first thing that gets run. And in addition, you can pass all the command line arguments to whatever you specify as entry point. In addition, you can use the command directive to specify some default argument. And the thing that I really wanted to solve at work today is trying to run. Basically, I want to distribute a binary written in Swift, and basically on Linux that's kind of impossible today, especially if you want to deploy in different environments. By that I mean like different setup for the Swift, how Swift is installed, or different distribution, or even the same distribution with different release stages, like versions, right? So, but this command got me thinking that if I can just make a Docker image that takes the current, Docker container, right? When I run it, I use a script to run the Docker container, and then I forward whatever, the script will forward whatever command line argument it gets to whatever the Docker image is running. The Docker image will be set up exclusively to run a particular command. Obviously, it's going to build in the Docker environment, and assuming it runs fine. And then we can forward all the command arguments the script gets to the command line utility. It will run, it will do its thing, and output its output things into standard out, standard in. It will exit with the exit status, and then we just dump all those three pieces of data into the somewhere in the file system inside the image, and then the script can copy out all those information and then forward those information back to the host system. So hopefully that makes sense. I think this is a very interesting idea, and I was about to mess with it, and then I figured, why not do it on the stream? Yeah, so yeah, I'm very interested to see how this will work out, because the things I described just now, I think other than the entry point part, I've done all of them. So each step that I just described, I think I know how to do via Docker. And all I need to do now is write a script. So that's very, very interesting. So let's try it, right? Let's try it. This is so interesting. Okay, let's just use the desktop. I'm gonna make, I probably don't need that anymore. Okay, let's call it docked. Whatever, it's just temporary thing. This is not going to be general, at least for now. I just want to try out one particular idea, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I have this Docker image that I use to build a particular command utility. So I'm going to grab that. So Dockstring, not Dropbox, Dockstring, code, Dockstring, scripts, Docker file building. Okay, so let's rename it Docker file Dockstring. All right. Oh. Okay. Let's take a look, right? So in this Docker file, it grabs a Swift image, which happens to be Swift 5.1.1 on Bionic, so Ubuntu 18.04. And then it adds, so this part we need to change, but it's supposed to get the source code for Dockstring, right? And then it's going to build it. Yeah. So I think the first thing I need to do is essentially like do this. I don't know if this will work, but let's give it a shot, right? So GitHub, actually, yeah, I bookmarked it. Just grab this URL. Yeah. And what do I do? Do I have Docker? Yeah, Docker run. Docker run. Do I IT this, or I think I need to do rm and then -f Docker, something like this. Unknown shorthand flagged in -f. So how do you specify a Docker file? Let's go to getting started. It's somewhere in here. Docker file. You use -t. I mean, we could build this. We could do this in a script. Yeah, let's just run the script anyways. So the script will be like something like dockstring.sh. All right, let's write it in bash. Bin bash. Okay. So what do we want to do? We want to build the Docker image. We want to run it. And let's just do that 2 steps and see what happens, right? So how do I build the Docker image? Docker image build, right? What is the command that specifies? Sorry. Scripts build Docker. There we go. So Docker, I guess. Notice a couple interesting things here. Whatever, I'll just copy this here, right? We'll first remove the existing image. And then build the image. I guess we'll have a name for the image. Dockstring execute. Okay. Let's get rid of these quotes. Don't really need them. And okay, so Docker build. All right, so this would be doc file DrString, something like that. Yep. I can also give it a name, right? Okay, let's give it a name. So okay, name. I use the same name. The reason I want to give it a name is so that I can delete it. So Docker container rm image. I think this will work, right? So I delete the container. I delete the image. I build the container. Actually, I think yeah, you specify the name when you run it, right? Something like that. Okay. All right, let's just see what happens. Okay, no such container. Unable to prepare context or evaluation link, blah blah blah. No such file. Doc file. Whoops. Docker file. What's the first thing? No such container. Oh, that's just delete. Okay. We'll just eat the error here. No problemo. Aha. So we clone the repo, we cd'd into the repo, we build the app, right? So now our image is ready. Our image will, by end of this, will contain an executable. Beautiful. What's even better, instead of doing this, I believe there's a thing you can use to specify your current working directory or something. Which one is it? From label, add, copy, entry point. Workdir. Okay. Workdir is DocString. So I don't have to cd anymore. So by this image, we will, well, this iteration will have the repo. This iteration will have the correct workdir. This iteration will have that. Okay. Actually, why don't we copy the result, release DocString to bin. So this essentially installs the binary. Now let's just run it. Let's see what happens. Right. So the previous iteration is still running. I'm going to kill it because now I made a bunch of improvements, and we're going to run it again. So this is a very slow way to run an executable, just because it's built, you have to build it. But once it's built, I think I can actually extract the binary, so I don't have to build it each time. And this Docker will just like start with having the binary containing it. And then we need to make the binary to be the entry point. Yeah. We need to make it the entry point for this Docker image. And then we can forward our arguments from the script. And then we can start thinking about how inside the image we can direct the output to some logs. Yeah. Oh, man, this is taking forever. I should prepare this better. So it's gonna be in bin, right? So let's see if we can make this better. So Docker on. So instead of deleting this, I'm gonna actually do Docker copy, right? Docker copy image. Let's quote this. Bin DrString into the outside. We'll copy it out. Yeah, let's bootstrap this process. So I interrupted the build again, but hopefully this will be the last time we build it, because we'll grab the actual thing that built by the container, and then we'll remove the build step and we'll inject the binary directly the next time we run the container. Yes, that's 5 heads. Oh. Hello, viewer. How's your day going? Sorry, when I look this way, that's when I'm looking at chat and my overall streaming stats. Hopefully my stream quality is good. The first time I started for 15 seconds and I saw some dropped frame, so I freaked out and closed the stream. But so far we've had almost 20 minutes and everything seems fine, at least from the stats point of view. Okay. So our goal right now is after this build step, which is in the Docker file. So this make build will finish. It will copy the build artifact, which whatever, into bin, and it will run it to tell us that it actually built. So we see some, I think, error message or some help message, because we didn't give it any proper arguments, but that's fine. And the script that invokes that the Docker run will finish, and then we'll go into the image and grab the build artifact to the host. Right, so that's what's going to happen. All right. So let's say we have all that. The next step would be we would add the entry point. Let's read it. Why not? Entry point. An entry point allows you to configure a container that will run as an executable. For example, the following will start Nginx with its default content, listening port 80, right? So listening port 80 is whatever. It's like containers written by server people. But we're interested in a command line utility, which is a little bit simpler, but essentially it's the same as Nginx, right? So we want to run this Docker image as an executable, and what it really does is just it just runs another executable that's built for it, and then we'll give data from the host to the Docker image. Docker image does work, log the result of the work somewhere, and then we'll take that log and forward it to the host system. So that's my idea. Ooh. Yes, so this is the executable we built that ran. So it prints a bunch of stuff into standard error. That's why it's red. But this is good. This is what we want. Unable to find. Oh, so Docker copy failed. Why is that? No such container path. Which is it though? Docker container. Shoot. Let me look something up real quick. Sorry. How is this supposed to be done? So I'm looking up some exploration I did earlier today in a different computer. Okay. How did I do this? Script package Ubuntu. You know, this doesn't look different. This doesn't look different. Docker copy image past the thing. Bin. Is it because the Docker exited? It doesn't make sense because let's try a couple of things here. Try a couple of things here. Sorry. So this is the script. What about So let's look at the Docker file. So in here we get the source. We make a working directory. We know that everything before that worked because we use cache here, we make build, copy that to bin, blah, 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 build. Nothing else, so it should work now. And we run DrString. Okay. Well, I'm very hesitant to experiment here because we know it's going to take a while. But I don't think there's any alternative. Let's do this, right? Actually, maybe this is faster. So I'm just going to take a look there. No container. Okay. To eliminate variance, I'm gonna remove the do aware thing because I don't really know Docker. So I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna ls. What else? What else? the context should be the current working directory. So we should be able to, I mean, it shouldn't even matter, right? Because, Okay, let's look at what ls tell us. Whoa. Wait, what? It ran immediately because that's clearly a sign that the image exists, right? Oh yeah, now we got it. Okay. I don't know why we didn't get it the last time. But if we look at this file, it should be like a our file. This is from the container. It has blah, 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 blah. Perfect. Got it. So this is not that bad. I mean, this even makes me think it's not necessary to do the caching thing because obviously it's already cached. I mean, do I even need to build the image anymore? Can I just run it? Also, I don't need to copy anymore, right? So I don't need a script at this stage. I'll need it later, so I'll keep it. And this time, let's just run. Can I comment this out? How do I do comment? Whatever. I don't need comment. I don't need this neither. No need for this even. Wait, I think image shouldn't change. So let's try it. Let's see what happens. Flag needs name. Oh, that's dumb. Aha. Maybe this is what I was missing earlier. Yeah. Wait, what happened? Nothing happened. Okay, whatever. Like I said, I don't really know Docker, so. Let's go back to what's already working. So I'm gonna delete it again. I'm gonna go back here and just like work. Let me think. I'm gonna add source to destination. Perfect. Add DocString to bin DocString and then run DocString, right? So this is, let's see what this does. Build. It ran it. It print out the error with a help message. Yes. I also just noticed this missing new line here. I need to fix. Whoops. Okay. Cool. Now instead of running it, I should say this is the entry point. Okay. Yeah. Now the output is no longer red because it's not part of the. Oh yeah, perfect. Ooh, this is getting good. All right. So let's see. Let's give it some arguments. Let's do this. Explain e002. Wait, it didn't work. I'm robbed. How does this work? Docker exec. IT test PS. So this example is like they use top as entry point, right? They put C as the default argument. And they ran it with test, PS, and aux. And they got top output for PS. Ah, okay. But what is test? Is test a top argument? I don't know. I don't really know all the top arguments, but okay. So I guess the lesson I took away is use exact. Hi there, looking great so far. One Docker concept I might look into is multi-stage builds. For instance, build the stage, copy the binary from and set the entry point. Cool. Yeah, I read something about this. So let me think about that. So you're saying stage 1, build the binary, and then stage 2, copy the binary from previous image. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so I guess I should explain some background. So what I'm trying to accomplish is just simply distribute the binary. And today at work, I set it up for macOS, and I ended up having to run it on macOS because it's a Swift build, and Swift on Linux is pretty stupid because it's incompatible. Like it can't distribute my binary really. So so that's why that's why I'm looking at Docker and thinking about this area. And my goal is like coming up with the infrastructure that basically can, given a binary, let's say I'm the distributor of the binary. I could be the author or like a packager or something. I want a generic mechanism to run that binary in any environment that can run Docker, right? But the fact that the Docker is just an implementation detail, although you kind of have to tell your user, hey, please have Docker. But they're really running a script which forwards everything into the binary, which, that's what I'm doing. But what you're suggesting is really interesting. Cool. Let's see how this works. Unknown flag. Oh, yeah. Don't worry. I know this. Ooh. Okay. They run exact IT. Oh, maybe test is their image name. That's probably why. That's probably why I was confused. No. I don't really need to run IT. I think T is all I needed. I don't need it to be interactive. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna use Ron again because it's the devil I know, right? Ron RM name, but Ron they use Ron IT. All right, I'll use the same thing. Name test. I'll delete this, right? Explain latest. Okay, took explain as the image name. So we'll add explain back. What? Oh, entry point. Maybe I want to do this. Use the JavaScript array syntax or JSON syntax. Does that make a difference? I think that worked. Let me try something else. Now we're getting to the stage where we're gonna give input from the host. Yeah, this is the tricky part because if, let's say, your command line utility takes multiple locations, then you have to somehow give that all to the image in a dynamic way. But you could give the current working directory entirely, I believe, either by copying it or using a mounted volume. Volume is probably more pragmatic because it's faster. Yikes. I haven't thought through this really. So but oh yeah, let me do some easy stuff. So here I want to give all the arguments except the first one. So let's see. Bash command line arguments. Gotta look this up every time I use it. 1 to n. I don't want this. I want $, and all the argument. Okay. Total number. This looks like a reasonable thing. Values of all the arguments. Values of all the arguments. Wait. Values of all the arguments. Double quoted. I mean, I thought there's one of them gives you everything except the script name. Is this the one? Explain E02. Oh, that's easy. Cool. So this script is kind of like my binary now, except when I ask it to check -I test.swift, right? This won't work because the real version of it, I think I happen to have it installed here. If you run check -I test.swift, it will find problems. So this is what we want eventually. Now let's think. So the next step is to give the current working directory to the Docker image somehow. Cool. Let's see. Can I mount this? Oh, I think mounting is really, really terrible though. What if we make a copy? And then we make the working directory data, right? So we make we take the host current working directory, make a copy of it into data. We set up the binary, whatever. And then we make data the current working directory. And then we run our, okay, let's try. So again, this is the real command. And this is the script. I think it worked. I think it worked. That's so funny. Can Docker run silently? Docker silent. Docker on silent. Does Docker output input? output into std out. Oh, this is fascinating. Holy shit. So not only it outputs stuff into std out, it also output forwards things into std error. Can I surprise Docker suppress output? Quiet. Log level. Log level. Wait. Log level. Log level. Search. Log level. Please. Log level. Okay, log level. Debug warning info fatal. Okay, let's do run. Well, first of all, this just can go to oblivion. This will add a log level fatal. Oh, wait. Do I add it here? Sweet. That's cool. Okay, so we run DocString on this file. We found some problems. And we don't understand the problem, right? So we want to explain. So let's type in the problem number. It's number 4. And now DocString will explain the problem for us. It's a very slow but working CLI. The great thing is it runs wherever Docker is available. Holy shit. This works. Oh, I swear. Dang it. Okay. This is so cool. So I can do even better, which is merge this file. Yeah. With the script. So the whole thing is self-contained. Let me think. So to be truly self-sufficient, the script I mean, the Docker file should not rely on this, and instead it should actually go build it, right? So at some point of the history, we have the clone and the make. This is what we want. I want to make a copy of this, redo everything, paste it back. Oh, whoops. So we want this, we want this. Don't care about that. Probably can run this in one step. Make build, then copy, build, release this, right? So after this, we'll have a docstring binary in bin string, which is similar to where we were. Okay, so yeah, so now our data file doesn't need this binary anymore. We still need the doc file. We'll take care of that later. So I'm going to copy this docstring.sh into my bin, which is in my run, it's in my path, my shell path. So docstring, so I can do docstring.sh now, right? Yeah. So docstring.sh check -i test.swift. It's probably going to take a while. Unable to find image. Why is this happening to me again? Which step is it? Wait, what? What is it talking about? Oops. I'm going to take out the log level now. Oh, I'm adding the wrong file. Derp. So, get rid of that. And let's see what happens. It's running. Unable to find image locally. Is it because of one of these steps? No. Oh, it failed. Because the working directory was wrong, right? That's has to be why. We clone, we cd into DocString. That's the missing step here. Yeah. So after this, everything should be good. It's gonna build, which is gonna take a long time. I don't know what to do. I don't even have a thing to watch, but that's a good sign. Yeah, so don't really understand Docker. That's why every time I build it every time. That's why I'm doing all this like throwaway work. And by that I mean, wait, hello? Oh yeah, it's not here. Every time I delete the container, delete the image, build the image, run the container, name the container, every time. I don't even know if it works. Name. Actually, let's use this time to look at how it actually works. So let's say Docker container. Docker container. Here we go. Docker container RM. Force. Is that what I'm missing? Remove the specified link. Remove the volume specified with the container. That sounds like a good thing, right? Okay. So why do I want to build the image every time? Because the first time I need to build it, right? What if I can avoid that? Docker build. Docker image. Let's try that. Docker image ls. So I have a bunch of stuff. I mean, is there a prune? Yes. This feels like a good thing. Docker container prune. Docker image. Let's look. Docker image build, history, import, inspect. ls, pull, push, remove, save, tag. Inspect, display detailed information on one or more images. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, this worked. Derp, 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 it worked. I immediately run again and see whether it starts from the beginning. But in the meantime, let's learn some Docker. Docker image inspect DocString execute. No such image. Is it because I deleted it? It's probably because I deleted it. All right, I'm gonna stop doing this. Stop doing this. And stop doing this maybe. Let's Google Docker build image if not exist. Perfect. Docker image -q. Docker images takes tags now. Docker inspect. Type image. Blah blah blah. My image, my tag. Okay, so Docker images. Okay, bunch of stuff. DocString execute must exist somewhere, right? DocString. Maybe I need to wait for it to build. Yeah, so it should be like, if the Docker image already exists, then we just run a new instance of it instead of building it. Or something like that. But this is taking such a long time. It's killing me. Like, what is, I don't need 16.0 anymore. So can I do this? Docker image rm Ubuntu. No such image. 1604. Okay, that worked for some reason. Can also do this. Oh, actually, probably should just do this. Yeah. And this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a bunch of these doesn't really, like all these non ones. Okay, so that ran. Does that make a new image for me? It did not. Okay. I want to see what -rm for run is. Docker run reference -rm. Okay. Where is it? Okay. By default, persist every time it does. This makes debugging a lot easier. Since you inspect the final state, you can retain all the data by default. That kind of sounds nice. But if you're running short-term foreground process, this can really pile up. So instead, you like to automatically clean up the image and run the file system. If it exists, you can use rm. Okay, rm equals false or true. Okay. So rm sounds like a good thing. So let's look at Docker build. Docker build. So I've been using. Oh, wait, default. Okay, I'm using -t. -t is tag. Name and optionally tag. Okay. So I have a tag. My tag is DrString-execute. But it doesn't. Oh, it does exist here. Okay. So what is it? -q and then docstring string execute. Cool. And if I add an extra value, it doesn't exist. Cool. This is gonna be sick. Oh, did I close Safari? Docker. I also want that nice Stack Overflow. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Never remember a syntax when you can just look it up. Okay, so this is really good because, right? Docker images -q image. If it doesn't exist, build it. Otherwise, don't build it. Just run it and delete the intermediate, delete it after, right? So now if I do this again, it should be quick. Ooh. That's awesome. Okay. Now let's get rid of this Docker file. So let's get rid of this Docker file. The plan is we make a temp file. I think you do like temp file t file, no, t path, temp file, tempdir definitely is a thing, right? Temp, is it a batch thing? Bash temporary file, temporary file, please. Oh, make temp. Make temp. Yeah, like this. Okay, so we'll make a temp file, right? And then we just write every single line of this in there. So let's do a read docker blah. And then we echo this into temp file. It's formatted nicely, probably not far enough. Echo this into the temp file. Huh. temp file. Okay. So now we have a file, and we just use that file. So this should do the same thing. Entry point. Command not found. Entry point. Oh. Forgot about this line. Echo. Do basically the same thing. Yeah. What's that empty line there, though? This is awesome. Let's go to DocString, because it has a bunch of so I can do let's say I can do star.swift. Uh-oh, that didn't do anything. Uh-oh. You know what? I just realized there's a step that I'm missing. It should be run rm-rf data. Yeah. DocString tests, fixtures, pick one. Let's do missing stuff. Why doesn't this work anymore? That still works. That still works. Did I forget? This is annoying. Okay. What is happening? Do I need to double quote this? It's the context, isn't it? Damn it. It's this. This will work. um, I mean, what? This is super cool. I mean, this in reality is not a problem. The fact that I have to build it every time, because in a CI job, you typically don't care that you're building it, right? Because it's async. It's using some resources, but it's in big picture is very little. I guess you could, if you really care, to save it, optimize for that. But is this not working or something? Okay, so that worked. Actually, I want to check something. The echo status should be network. Okay, perfect. I run it again. It should also work, right? Okay, now let's try a simple glob pattern. See what happens. Yeah, these guys are using like shift and stuff. I don't need to use shift or get opt. is dollar. Let me just try it real quick. Hold on. Bing bash echo dollar, right? So wait, what? That doesn't make sense. I think this got expanded. Huh. So ABC. Oh, what? Oh, ABC. Okay, so I don't know why I used star, but let's switch it back to @ sign and stop this and run it again. So bash dollar star versus dollar @ perfect. Dollar behaves like except when quoted arguments are broken up properly if they are spacing them. This sentence is not grammatical. Okay. So quoted is passed in here. If you change that, then yeah, that's what I needed, I think. Oh, what a waste of time. Okay, that still is wrong. Why is this like that? What if I pick a different file? DocString, missing section. Actually, missing section won't find anything. Misaligned. Vertical line equals true. So basically, my thing, the goal I kind of want to achieve, I have achieved. Is just now I'm just trying to figure out little details. Like I imagine there's no barrier of making this work at this point. It's just like, can I make it perfect? For example, like if I want to forward like a glob pattern as is, does this like work? Yeah, because Docker is the middleman here. Okay, so that file worked. But as soon as I pass in this guy, what if I quote it like this? Actually, this is pretty magical. Like as long as you have Docker and you have this script, you can run this utility. And from my as an author and a distributor of the utility, I only need to make it work for this particular image. That's beautiful. Hello. Hey, how things are going? I'm checked out. You're done your presentation. Thanks for checking out my channel. Oh, really? Why doesn't this work? Oh. Please just work. Okay, so glob pattern is not working for some reason. What if I quote it here? Does that change anything? I just want glob pattern to work, man. All right, trying one last thing. Include equals. I mean, this is no way this doesn't work, right? Yeah, it works. Cool. I'm not sure how long I want to keep exploring the why the glob pattern doesn't work. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about this. I think I'll post this at least as a gist in the tweet, if not straight up including it in my repo. Otherwise, I think I'm going to sign off. Thanks for watching, especially if you're watching on YouTube. Consider giving me a like and subscribe. All right, see ya.